The moon landing was no doubt the most pioneering event of 1969. But what Volkswagen and Porsche came out with that year also looked to many sports car lovers like something out of this world. Our test driver says he's driving around Trentino, and Italians love La Bella Macchina. But when they look at his 914, their brows just wrinkle. No one here knows quite what to make of it. It's not recognizable as a Porsche and doesn't sound like a sports car either. He doesn't know what the 914 is, but he intends to find out. Sales of the 914 weren't so bad. Around 120,000 of them were built. That made it the first mid-engine car to rack up 6-digit production figures. Christoph says the VW-Porsche 914 always polarized people, and still does today. Some consider the car a rotten compromise, others a true maverick. He says if he belongs to one camp, then it's the latter. He really likes the Carmen build body and the mid-engine construction. The flat 4-cylinder, 80-horsepower engine from VW is fine too. He feels that a top speed of 177 kilometers is okay for such a small car. The angular 914 was no car for softies. Its retractable headlights were a concession to the American market. In 1969, curves were out, so the VW Porsche is dominated by sharp angles and straight lines. Part Carmen Ghia, part successor to the Porsche 912, the 914 combined marketing strategy with an attempt to make an affordable yet agile sports car. Its cockpit is clinically cool. Its 80-horsepower boxer engine, air-cooled. From the start, VW and Porsche wanted to fit the 914 with a mid-engine located just in front of the rear axle. The basic model came with a 4-cylinder VW motor, while the sportier one boasted a 6-cylinder designed for the Porsche 911. Christoph says he's driving the smaller version with the 4-cylinder flat engine from VW. It has 80 horsepower and reasonable torque. A bit more thrust when going uphill would be nice, he says, but that's just nitpicking. The 914 made its motorsport debut in the 1,000-kilometer endurance race at the Nürburgring in 1970, fitted with the 2-liter 6-cylinder engine from the 911. The Roadster deservedly placed 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th in its class, and the 914 6 GT did even better at the Marathon de la Route, 86 hours race there, clinching the top 3 spots. Christoph says it's fun to take curves fast in this car. You're happy it has a mid-engine, as its power is well balanced. Though if it does cause oversteering, there's little time to react. It's a typical mid-engine, he notes. The mid-engine has other advantages too. While the 911 dances around on the road and requires some effort to keep it in line, the 914 just keeps going straight. Our tester says the cooperation between VW and Porsche on the 914 was historic. So, in that respect, it is an automotive milestone. But personally, he's not so sure about the end result.
Ich weiß da nicht. Irgendwas ist da irgendwie. Ich weiß es nicht.
In financial terms, the 914 wasn't a huge success. Its ambivalent image and idiosyncratic design kept it from being a top seller. Models in original condition, like this one from the Zeithaus Automobile Museum in Wolfsburg, now change hands for €15,000.